Alright, so, welcome to episode 2. Today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new and improved Firefox 3. So let me get that open up for you, and normally it'll give you a startup page, but you can always come up with your own homepage, like I made our website, the microsoftduo.blogspot.com. Now, to set it as a homepage, let's go to any website, like, let me choose Google, alright? So, I go to page, I'll take it, and the easiest way to do it is you can take it and just drag it home. And you can always just do that. Do you want this document to be your new homepage? Yes. And then always you can click to go home, and here we are, Google. Now, say that I like Google so much that I want to make it a bookmark. And of course, that's always easy. It's pretty similar almost to Apple Safari. You can go into bookmarks, and you can bookmark this page. Now, you can name it whatever you want. I'll name it Google, which is the standard name. Now, you can put it anywhere. You can put it in the bookmarks menu only, unsorted, or I'm going to put it on the bookmarks toolbar, which is those easy to access buttons that you see right up here, okay? I'm going to go to bookmarks toolbar, which is that, and I'm going to click done. Now, if you look, there's Google on my page. So I can always go back to my other website, just like that, and I can go back to Google, just like that. Now, again, this was the revolutionary leader in introducing something pretty new, tabs, which now in the #1 leading web browser, like I'm using now, or Internet Explorer 7, has just caught on a little bit. It was originally Firefox that started working with tabs. You can always do that by pressing on your keyboard Control and T, and it opens up a new tab. Now, here's something really cool that I personally like about the new Firefox, and that is called, I know this is going to sound crazy and not modest, but the awesome bar. And I have to admit, it is awesome. So, say since I've already been to Google, I want to go back to it. Now, it's easier and much more efficient than last time now just to go straight to it. So I can just even start typing the letter G. And I've got Google, I've got that, and I've got my Gmail account for our email, duopodcast@gmail.com, and you can always go up and down. Now, sometimes it can get a little annoying. You can always fix that up by going into something that Firefox has, which is basically to fix everything. If you ever want to do that, you can go to About, Config. Now, here's the thing. You have to be really careful, because this might void your warranty, which basically means only continue if you know what the heck you're doing if you want a stable operating web browser. So, warning you now. Otherwise, be careful. Trust me, I promise. There's so many things you can do in here, it almost gets confusing after a while. So, you can always Google that, or I'll be putting some new things on our website. Like, with the awesome bar. With mine, I actually have it set so that there's less. Now, normally it'll put it down as, I had it as 12, and I changed that value to 5. So here's what I put into the filter. I already have it copied and pasted, so that's browser.url.maxRichResults. Alright, so now you can just double click on that, and up comes enter an integer value. That means enter any number from 0 to whatever number you can think of that's positive, and put in how many results you want to come in at once. If 5 is even too much for you, you can do 3. But normally it's set for you at 12, which I find to be way too much. So my suggestion is 5. And that's my best suggestion when it comes to this. Now, let me go back and show you another cool thing that you can use if you really want to speed it up. But this one, you're going to have to be a little careful with, because sometimes it could actually make it a little slower, apparently. So, hang on, you're really going to watch this. Alright, so, this one, we're going to type in, we don't actually have to type in anything. All we have to do is anywhere. This can be anywhere. The bottom, the middle, the top, wherever the heck you are. You right-click. We're going to do a new string. Alright, now you're going to enter the preference name. Preference name is going to be nglayout.initialpaint.delay. Now, with Firefox 3, it's going to be set for a 250 millisecond delay, which actually doesn't sound like a lot, but I can slow it down a little. This one, the only thing is that if you set it to 0, it's going to be loading a lot more of the page, and there's going to be that slight delay, but no big thing to worry about. You can always set that to 0, okay? And now, it's also recommended that you do one to match it, and that is going to be a content.notify.interval, okay? So we're going to do that, and it's best suggested that you have it match the previous one, okay? And so there you go. Now all that is in there, and instead of having to wait, you can have it as a 0 instead of 250 millisecond delay, which doesn't sound like a lot, so if you want to leave it, go right ahead. Otherwise, have fun. In the meantime, though, once again, if you have anything that I've been showing you so far about :config that you really want to see, email it to me. duopodcast@gmail.com with your name, state, and or province, and address it to the podcast manager or Vista advisor, and I'll be sure to possibly include it in our next podcast, and if not, definitely mention it on our website, the microsoftduo.blogspot.com, alright? Now let me go back home here. Now, one thing that you'll notice is that this is a little bigger and a little more in-your-face obvious, the back button. It's not those simple little too small ones anymore. Of course you have the smaller front button, but the back one's a big circle now. So, alright, so back to, here we are at Google again. So, another thing also that it has is some safety features, which, of course, being the second safest browser around, you might want to check out. And on top of fast, it's safe. Sometimes it'll give you website information about how safe it is. You can always get more information on that from a website. It tells you, owner, verified by, and then, of course, you can create permissions about loading images and pop-ups. You've got media extensions and preview and general info about it. So let me take you to one website that I know of. Alright, so if we take a look, it doesn't supply any information, so it seems safe. Let me click on this link. Uh-oh. Secure connection failed. If you notice, there's an invalid security certificate. So it gives you a warning right away. And if you notice that normal logo or just blank page is now the warning with a little exclamation point in there, and our man over there is a little yellow and not too happy. So it has an invalid security certificate. So here's what we can do. We're going to add an exception. Now, here's what you should do. Only accept it if you know what it is you're trying to access and you know it's safe. Otherwise, get me out of here. But I'm going to add an exception because I know it. And here's the website location. So let me get a certificate and see what it says. And it attempts to identify itself with invalid information. So, am I sure I want to do this? Yes. So what you can do is permanently store this exception. You're sure you really want to. And then you are going to confirm security exception. Otherwise, if you don't feel safe doing that, just click Get Me Out of Here, and it brings you right to the Firefox start page as a safety feature. Now, of course, you can always edit a bookmark if you have it, or create one. Like, you can go to this website, and, oh look, there's something new there. Just like in Internet Explorer, you have this, which is for your RSS feed, which you can subscribe to this page, and what if I want to subscribe to my RSS feed to the website, which you can easily do by clicking that. You can do pretty much the same thing on your Internet Explorer, or Safari, whatever. But then you have our first episode that was here, and this will be the second one to go up. So, there's that. It's pretty basic, but I have to say, it's really, really fast. And another feature that I also like would be something to do with your passwords, alright? So let's say I want to sign into our email account for this, and that's duopodcast@gmail.com. Alright, now let me put in one password, Alright, do you want to remember this password? It lets you know before, so you don't have to click memory on this computer. Like, if you notice, I put in the wrong password. So, I can always never allow it for this site, say not now, and forget about it till the next time I come to this page, or remember. And of course, you can always wait until you have the correct password. And once you actually have the correct password, then you can click remember. Another thing that'll actually help you out in the future. In the meantime, I'm just going to say not now. That's just to show you out a little bit. Alright, so overall, a little bit of a new design. There's still some of your favorite things in here, such as your add-ons. You've got your plugins, you've got all of your themes, famous extensions, and you can also get some add-ons. Like, as of right now, I have none. If you find any, email them to me at duopodcast@gmail.com, and who knows, I may feature it in our next episode. So, you've got that, and then, of course, one thing that I like now is pretty much the same as you'd find in Safari, pretty much the same that you found as last time, but again, it's got a little sleeker look, if you notice, and that would be a download. Right, so I'm going to go to download.com, which is powered by CNET, and let's just say that, okay, I'm here, I want to download Firefox 3 again, and that is for Windows. So I'm going to download now, which should be standard for this website, and now you want to save file, and if you look, it's again a little sleeker, and Vista actually helps make the look even a little better, and as normal, it'll go right in here, but one cool thing now is even that at any time, you can always pause your download. Now, you know, say you want to go, you're not sure you want to download it, you want to read the review on cnet.com, which again, I can just type in, and it comes right up in the awesome bar, sort of like Internet Explorer 7, but not the same, and I read the review. Oh, I like that. Now I'm going to continue my download. You can just play.